The Chicago Bulls blow a comeback attempt strictly because of their own turnovers. And the Bulls got some tough questions to ask themselves as they lose to the Brooklyn Nets in this game. We'll talk about it all and more right after this. What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all. And yeah, man, it looked like the Bulls are going to have one of those wild comeback attempt moments. But unfortunately, they do not. The Bulls do, fight down the stretch of this game. They were down by 20 points at one time. Coming into the fourth quarter of this game, the Chicago Bulls found themselves down, and then they battled back. But it wasn't enough. The Bulls go on a 26-10 run, basically at the start of the fourth quarter, to get the lead down to 2. They came into there, the lead was down. They were down 74-92 before that run started. The Bulls then go on a 7-0 run to take a 1-point lead with 11 seconds left and can't get it done. Can't get it done with that 1-point lead with 11 seconds left. The Nets get a bucket. The Bulls get a turnover. They get another bucket. Michael Porter Jr. makes a go-ahead driving layup in that one with 5 seconds left, and that's just it. Vuce had a chance at a 3 to tie the game there at the end. He missed it. I'm not even putting out on Vuce. Vuce had one of the best games tonight. He led the Bulls in scoring with 19 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks in this game. Ayo Dosunmu had 18 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Coby White was a little bit better, but still ass. 7 of 15 from the field, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals. So it was better day than last game for Coby White, and hopefully that's a sign he's going to keep progressing in the right areas. Trey Jones has 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Matas Buzelis, 4 blocks in this game. I thought he had 5. They must have took one away for Matas Buzelis, unless the stat sheet that I'm looking at on ESPN is wrong, but I could have sworn he had 5. He goes 4-15 from the field for 15 points. He does get to the free throw line 6 times, which means he was attacking, more than what he usually does, and we need to see that a little bit more. He shouldn't have taken 7 3-pointers in this game. Isaac Okoro's ass for the most part. He does have 3 steals and 5 assists. Jalen Smith, 14 points coming off the bench in this one. 4 blocks from Jalen Smith, 4 assists, 13 rebounds. Jalen has had some really good rebounding per minute nights for the Chicago Bulls, but it just is what it is. But this goes, again, to show you why this Bulls team is so inconsistent. You play so good against winning teams, but you play like ass against losing teams. And it's a question for that one, man. It's just you just got to get sick and tired of the Bulls playing like that against competition like this. But hey, the Bulls are one of the bad teams too. The Bulls only have 7 more wins than the Brooklyn Nets. So hey, take that for what you will. On the Brooklyn Nets side of things, Michael Porter Jr. leads them in scoring with 26 points. Noah Clowney has 23 points in this game. The Bulls do a pretty good job on Cam Thomas. He goes 3 of 13 for the field, but you gave 14 to Day'Ron Sharpe, 13 to Danny Wolf, each of those guys coming off the bench as well. And that just is what it is. It is what it is, man. Ayo and Huerter should have been in the closing lineup. Hey, I'm convinced our head coach is on the spectrum. There's no way in hell that you have 2 times out, down by 1, and waste both of them. I blame Billy for that last turnover. Why the fuck are inbounds the ball to Vuce with 5 seconds? And why did we sub in Pat or Ayo in the defensive possession that cost us the game? Well, keep in mind, Pat got injured in this game. Pat did not return because he had an ankle injury, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, for Pat. So he wasn't an option to go to, but I can definitely see your point on why they didn't go to Ayo Dosunmu for sure. Like, no question about that at all. Why have the smallest guy on the court inbounding the ball, Billy? What was that play having Vuce bring the ball up for half-court shot, Billy? Good call, though, Billy, on subbing MB for Jalen Smith late. Yeah. Can we please trade Vooch? No, because nobody wants his ass. Nobody wants his ass. Like, y'all got to stop. Why do y'all think we can trade bad players? Let me just be clear here. Why do y'all think we can trade players that have been playing like ass cheeks? It's difficult to do that, man, without having to give up an asset. Apparently, in the third season in a row, that midway through the season were our record. First of all, that is, you wrote that. Hell, you in the English language was fighting for your life on that sentence, bro. Fighting for your life. No punctuation, no apostrophes in that motherfucker. You was fighting for your life with that comment, bro. Ayo 7th in the NBA in three-point percentage. Why is he not in there for offense? I have no idea. None. That's why the Bulls cannot sustain and rely on winning in crucial moments in the first place. You're not wrong. Horror game as fuck. That 17-2 run on the second kill of the Bulls. We didn't deserve the dub and couldn't because Billy asked timeout and sit Ayo, losing all momentum. I wonder why Herter only played 10 minutes. Well, Herter was questionable coming into this game, so I don't know if maybe he had a minutes restriction or something. I'm just spitballing off the top of my head, but he did come into this game. He was questionable, so. Yeah, we lost in Chicago Bulls type. We lost in a Chicago Bulls type way, not why, but I can't wait till Sunday to see the real Chicago team come out. It may be the same thing, bro. I can't give this team credit. We'll see. No one wanted to come to the ball to the point we wasted timeout. Bad defensive possession on MPJ. Stupid inbounds pass. Stupid to inbound the ball to Vooch instead of Kobe or Ayo to run half court. Hey, listen, the mistakes were the mistakes, man. The Bulls really had no business winning this game after giving up in the second quarter a 30-17 run. But they played, like, in the fourth quarter, they outscored them by 14 in the fourth quarter, to their credit. You got to give the Bulls some credit for playing like that in the fourth quarter, but, you just need more. You need more, be more consistent, right? You give up that huge run in the second quarter, and you put yourself at such a large deficit. Like, yeah, the Bulls didn't play perfect down the stretch of this game, but I tell you what, the way that they played, had they played a better second quarter, they probably still win. Fully healthy Bulls team after the trade deadline. Watch everybody trying not to get traded. We'll see. We'll see. Came back and did everything but win. Always the Bulls make mistakes every single time. I don't care about the win or loss now, Haize, as long as they fighting. Listen, and Sherlon, I can't blame you on that one. Here's what I'll say about this team, right? The thing that affects them is that they can't have these stretches of playing tough. Like, the Bulls had a long stretch where they were settling for threes. They were taking bad shots. It looked like they got in their head offensively, like they didn't know what they wanted to do. And then you can't just kind of turn it back on and expect you to figure it the fuck out. And that's the problem with this Bulls team. You have to have a sustained level of play. When you don't, you fall into traps like this. Like, not to say that it was a trap, but, like, that's why they fell the way that they did. The Bulls have to be better in every facet of the game. They got to be better. When you play like this, you're gonna get punched in the face too much. I've been backing up Billy more often than not, but this is utterly ridiculous. Same inbound problems from four. It's been the same inbound problems the whole time Billy Donovan's been here. Like, say what you will, whatever you feel about Billy Donovan as a head coach or not, but that's one thing you can't overlook. Like, Billy Donovan is literally always, those inbound plays always give him too much trouble. It's really fucking frustrating. I wonder, does Billy Donovan actually pay attention and watch the game closely, because a lot of times certain lineups were working for us and he literally went away from them. I mean, that's another Billy Donovanism. Matas played a pretty solid game, 15 points, 5 blocks. Yeah, I mean, he didn't shoot the ball efficiently. The 4-15 from the field isn't great. But like I said, that just kind of is what it is. Matas was active, and there were times where Matas was settling for three. Then he started attacking the rim more. Then he started getting to the free throw line. So hopefully that's going to be the wake-up call that he needs, is keep attacking. Young fella, keep attacking. He has no reason to not attack. He's too athletic, too long, to not attack the rim consistently. A misuse of Matas' talent. They have him chucking threes like Steve Kerr. I mean, I highly doubt that's the game plan. I'm not saying that some of it isn't for Matas to take threes, right? You want to work that into your offense for sure, but I think even then it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more than that. When Willie doesn't want them taking mid-range shots, only option is rim and the three, and if you can't get to the rim, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there. Can we email Billy some Scott Skiles inbounds plays? That is hilarious. Those inbound plays probably wouldn't even work anymore. Same inbounds plays, same bad rotations at the end, and the end wins turn into losses. Well, I mean, they fought to get back in that game. Like, honestly, being down 20 points in the fourth and coming back to make it a close game is a lot. I think it's time to call it like it is. Matas has hit the sophomore slump. I don't know if you can say that. Let's not be prisoners of the moment. Matas was putting together some really good games, and now he's put together, 2 questionable games? I don't think we can call it a slump. For the month of December, he's averaging 18 points on 48% shooting from the field, 34% shooting from three, 5 rebounds, 1.5 blocks per game. I don't think that's a sophomore slump. Keep in mind, before this game today, the only game that he scored single digits in was the 7 points against Utah, but it was 19, 15, 20, 26, 17, 21, 19 before that. So let's not be such a prisoner of the moment, bro. Let's not be such a prisoner of the moment. This game was a bad game for Matas, though, for sure. I can't even blame the players anymore. When the switch come, players last year and still get the same results for the past 5 to 6 years, consistently losing to lesser teams. I'm looking at coaching now. I mean, hey, I had my video on that already. People thought I was tripping, but it is what it is. I believe a rim protecting center would help Matas defensively because I believe this perimeter game can get better. It's just the interior. Here's the thing. A rim protecting big helps everybody on this team. That's just the style of play. Rim protecting defensive big helps. Our guards not being great in pick and roll defense. A switchable rim protecting big helps with that. So, we need that regardless. That's clearly something that this team needs, that it's lacking, that will drastically help this team if they're able to get that. Go out and find that. Now, how can you get that? Well, there are a couple that are reportedly available, right? Walker Kessler in the offseason. Nick Claxton may be at this trade deadline. Mark Williams may be in the offseason. You can try to go out and get, somebody like a Paul Reed for, to back up and to do some stuff like that. But, rim protection's out there. I can't wait to see how aggressive over this transaction period. And by the transaction period, I mean from the trade deadline to the buyout market, then to free agency, how aggressive AK is about going out there and really trying to find that defensive big for this team. Because if you find them, it can help this team a lot. It can definitely help a lot. How many blocks did Smith had? He had 4 blocks. 4 blocks for Jalen Smith. We need a rebrand from Chicago Bulls to the Charity Bulls with the amount of wins we give away to losing teams. That's crazy. Why didn't any of the coaches ask Billy why the shortest guy on the court? Listen, just get over that. It is what it is. Hold on, y'all. What the fuck? Trey's the one who do a bad inbound play, but it is what it is. I guess this team is something. Listen, I mean, we'll see what happens when the Bulls are fully healthy. We'll see what happens when they're healthy. That's really the only thing that we can really look forward to is see what they do about while they're healthy. Billy needs to go. What you mean you can't shoot mid ranges? That's the question everybody has. Sorry if you've already mentioned as I've just joined the stream, 3 a.m. for me in the UK. Do you think if the Bulls blow up that they will also look to get rid of Billy, or do you think Billy could walk? Well, first, they're not going to blow it up. So that's just the first thing. The Bulls aren't going to do a complete blow up. They're just not going to do that. As far as Billy's going to be here until Billy doesn't want to be here. I really, truly think that at this point, when you look at the history of coaches or execs that become Jerry Reinsdorf guys, those guys don't typically get fired without a fight. So I don't believe Billy's going to get fired unless he wants to walk or unless he gets promoted to like assistant GM to kind of learn the GM role. But other than that, I think we're going to see Billy Donovan, unfortunately. And listen, that's not an endorsement from me. That's a realization from me. I want to be clear because sometimes when I say things, people think that I'm endorsing it like I'm saying that that's what I want to see. That's not what the fuck I'm saying here. I'm saying that I just don't have faith in this team to fire a coach like Billy Donovan. He would have to walk away. And that's because Jerry Reinsdorf and Billy Donovan are too close now at this point. With that being said, I would consider Smith to be a solid rim protector. He's okay. I mean, he's inconsistent, so it's not like he gets those level of blocks every single night because he does not. But there's two forms of rim protection, right? Rim protection isn't just block shots. And I think sometimes we all, not just, I'm not talking about Deanna here, but us as basketball pundits and fans, we talk about rim, like blocks as if that's only rim protection. Rim protection also is that you can deter players from the rim. That whether through your length, through you rotating out on them, you keep those players from even getting an opportunity at the rim. It's on-ball defense in the paint to keep players from getting to the rim. The Bulls need all three versions of rim protection. They don't just need block shots. They need somebody who can also switch, right? That's why I talked about switching and pick and roll. They need somebody who can body up other bigs to keep them from getting to the rim. They need that type of center as well. And we'll see if they can find those type of guys. But I wouldn't call Jalen Smith a rim protector. Jalen Smith is going to be able to get some block shots because he has good timing and leaps. This is a guy that averages less than a block per game for his career. I wouldn't call him a rim protector. Haize, if we stay put and don't trade nobody, would you get mad? No, I wouldn't get mad because I don't expect them to do anything. Like, if you watch my daily episodes, Jeremy, I've been saying, so once we talk about all the trade rumors and everything, like, I'm still at the place where I don't expect them to do anything. Haize, did the Bulls win too many games to blow it up? We got 19 wins. I mean, blowing it up isn't about having too many wins, but they weren't going to blow it up anyway. I would have definitely ran the offense through Ayo that last play instead of Trey Jones. I believe that his first step would have gotten us an easy score. Listen, that's a good point. That's a very good point, Shay. Ayo has one of the quickest first steps, if not the quickest first step on this team. The Bulls team ain't getting better until we pair defensive rim protecting big with Giddey. I can't say that. I think we get better. I think we get considerably better with health, to be 100% honest with you. But you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. At some point, you got to realize your team's probably just not going to be consistently healthy too, right? Haize, you definitely educated me on what rim protection was when I first got here. Yeah, I mean, listen, and it's common. I'm not trying to shit on anybody. Like, it's common. Like I said, we all talk about it. As basketball fans, we'll talk about block shots. Like keep in mind, block shots, like even the most consistent or the best shot blocker in the league averages 3 blocks per game, and that's Wemby. He's crazy, right? But even then, like you're not getting a block every single game. Like that's still such a small fraction of how much you attack the rim. So you need more than just block shots to be a great rim protector. Exactly, absolutely, Dan Reyes. For rim protector, you have to consider opponent's field goal percentage in the paint too. Absolutely, great point there. Great call out. Shay, Zubac would definitely help us get it, especially late in games when we need a good rim protector. Yeah, if he's available, for sure. Also, having a defensive big is about deterring those drives. Like when your guards get blown by, having somebody that can switch out. Like the one thing that Joakim Noah, and that's kind of like Joe wasn't a crazy shot blocker, but he blocked enough shots, right? But the thing about Joe is, too, that made him such a good rim protector wasn't even the blocks. It was the fact that Joakim Noah could get switched on a guard and actually stay with that guard until the defense has a chance to reset, which completely threw off teams. That's why he was such a good quarterback of the defense. So, listen, a prime Joakim Noah would be the perfect center for this team. The perfect center for this team. I had a feeling they're going to trade Kobe or Ayo. So many rumors coming out in news feed. If they got traded, hopefully we can get a true center. Well, listen, don't let the rumors. There were rumors for 3 years that Zach LaVine was going to be traded at the trade deadline. It took 3 years, right? So I don't let the trade rumors make like that. That's the job of writers. That's the job of teams. Some teams leak out some stuff to try to get other interest in their players. There's a lot of kind of background minutia when it comes to a lot of trade rumors. We just got to wait to see what's going to happen at the trade deadline. I just wish Acme and Jerry would give Billy a different role here in Chicago, even when they love him so much, like Brad Stevens did in Boston. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We shall see. I mean, I hope that the Bulls eventually realize something. Expiring deals anyway, surely they don't re-sign the bulk of the team. I mean, never say never with Arturas Karnisovas is the thing that I've learned. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that your logic is off on that at all. I want to be clear. I'm not coming at you with your thought process. I'm just saying that Arturas Karnisovas defies conventional logic so much. So, another example, Chet Holmgren was the Rockets. He got 4 blocks, but Houston was taking advantage from offensive rebounds and points to the paint anyway. Good point. Good point. But all right, y'all, we will be back tomorrow morning as we are every single morning. It is mailbag day tomorrow, so get those voicemails in, those text messages in. I'll tell you how to do that here in just a second. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, and that's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end everything on here, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.